Have you ever wished that you had a master floral designer that you could have stand beside you step by step and teach you the process of floral design? My name is Kirby Holt. I'm a master floral designer with more than 25 years of experience in the business, and I want to show you step by step how to create beautiful floral designs with the kits from myfloraldesign.com. I hope you enjoy this video and this series. Well, now that you are the new owner of a floral design kit from myfloraldesign.com, we have a step-by-step process for you to go through to create the beautiful arrangement that you've ordered. To begin with, we're going to start with this vine and split it up. There are three main pieces here, and we're going to take the center one off. I'm just going to untwist just a little bit and pull that off there. You can see that there's a little bit of white material, and we want to take our finger and pull that out. We don't want to have a whole lot of that exposed. Okay, so I'm going to insert that to create the outer edge of the design, and really this is just like two stems of a really beautiful quality delphinium growing right out of this box. And what I love, especially this box, comes already based in with a crown of foliage, and you see that's really pretty, well placed in there. Nice box, well made, and I have trimmed with my knife just a little bit of the rubber material, and then underneath that the paper off of the bottom of this branch, and I'm going to take my pliers and just bend a little bit of a hairpin into the bottom of that. If you have seen very many of these videos, you know that I frequently will bend that little hairpin into the bottom of the, especially the large stems or the large flowers. And if you haven't, I invite you to visit us at myfloraldesign.com or on our YouTube page, My Floral Design, and there are a lot of videos there that you can enjoy, and then there are kits for every one of the videos that have everything that you need to complete that arrangement without having to go to the big box store or to the craft store and stand there and try to figure out what to buy. You know that you're going to get a very good quality product, and you know what your finished arrangement will look like at the end instead of just guessing. So I hope we've made this easier for you, and the process will be more enjoyable for you. Now, I've taken that stem and just cleaned it off some, bent that hairpin in so that it won't swivel, and I'm going to just come and push that right into the styrofoam that is under that greenery, and I'm going to push that down in real good so that it's very tight and secure. You see that now I can bend and twist that. There's no swivel to it. It goes and it stays exactly where I put it. Now I'm going to separate that out just a little bit so that we can get the full impact of the kind of gnarliness of these vines. I love the gnarly, very natural looking vines and sticks and twigs that are being produced now. For many years, I've been doing floral design for nearly 30 years. We couldn't find beautiful branches like this one, but I love these really authentic looking branches. Also, I love it when the stems and the leaves are very authentic. This one, the leaves are flocked, the stem is flocked, so you get a really beautiful impact. And you know, when you're doing a round arrangement or arrangement that has a lot of insertions, it's not so important that the stems be beautiful because they're hidden. But when you're doing something like this that only has a few insertions, it's really important that every aspect, every element of the flower be beautiful, because you're going to be seeing all of that from every side. Now, these are really tall flowers, so I'm going to cut about 6 inches off of that so that it's not quite as tall, and then I'm going to strip just a little bit away. And again, I'm going to bend that hairpin, and it's really important, I think, in every one of these insertions that the flowers are tall and kind of heavy, that we do that and make sure that they go down deep in there and really grab and hold. So you can see how beautiful that is already. Now, I'm just bending and twisting that bloom just a little bit so that it kind of follows that beautiful twisty line of the branch. And here I'm going to bring just a little bit of that branch in behind the bloom so it almost looks like the flower has grown up through the vine. Now the second insertion, I'm going to take almost 10 inches off. And then again, going to come in, carve away the bottom 2 inches of that wire and paper so that I can make that hairpin. And if you wanted to take your glue gun and put just a little bit of glue here and glue everything together, that works great. The nice thing about that hairpin, it really locks it in so you don't have to worry about this falling apart because it's put together really well, and that's really not an issue. Now, all of these stems are coming from the same point in this base. I'm not bringing them out because it's already based in really beautifully. I don't want to disturb that, so we're bringing everything right out of the center here. I'm going to push that flower in and just let it drop down several inches below. And really what we're doing is bringing it down so that the first leaf is actually just coming out of the greenery at the bottom of the arrangement. And this one, I'm going to let it kind of come to the side and then bend back in just a little bit. Any of these bends and twists that we do, we want them to be soft and curvy and not a real hard turn, but really just a curve. I'm going to actually reposition that just a little bit with the wire that's in it so that it stands to the front. And the wires are all throughout so that we can bend and twist until we get the desired effect. Now I'm going to take the little piece of the vine that I detached at the beginning, scrape some of that away. This one is not as heavy as that tall first one, so it's not quite as important to have that hairpin, but because we have it and we have the ability to do that, we may as well just go ahead and put it in here. Now you may find that this paper is a little hard to get off, and just keep working it, and it will come off. Sometimes it's really twisted and glued, hard to get down to the wire, but if we're persistent, we will get there. Okay, I don't have every bit of it off, but I got most of that rubber and paper away. I've twisted that little hairpin in, and I'm going to come just to the other side of that floral insertion and add this one in, bring it down almost on a horizontal line, and then just let it kind of bend and flow back in to the arrangement. Now, we have 4 stems of grasses on the stem here, and I'm going to just cut those away. The stem is just discard. And then we can take these and just come in tight, but right in close to the growth point of the vine and the flowers, and insert that so it's just like the grass and the flowers and the vine are all emerging from the same growth point in that greenery planter. So there you go. A wonderful, very vertical piece, stands upright, has a lot of height, so it's very stately, very regal, and this is something that'd be wonderful on the end of a mantle, on a credenza. It would be really beautiful on a pedestal, just lifting it off of the floor in a corner. So there are a lot of ways that could be used, whether in the home or in a commercial application. The color blue works really well in blends and a lot of different decor palettes. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join us for more of our instructional videos on myfloraldesign.com. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I encourage you to browse the library of arrangements and videos on our website, myfloraldesign.com.